Right then, lads, welcome back to Cossy's Arsenal podcast. My name is Cossy. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in all parts of the world. Thank you so much for joining me once again as we continue to discuss Arsenal transfer news. This evening, the agent of Raphinha is in London to finalize his move to Arsenal. Fabio Romano has been discussing this topic on the Here We Go podcast. Massive updates around there, speaking about 3 clubs interested. And also speaking staggering figures. 75 million euros is wanted by Leeds United to let the player go. We'll discuss Charles Watts and Goal.com confirming that we are in critical stages for Gabriel Jesus, and the imminent arrival of an announcement of Fabio Vieira is also on the door. In the next 48 hours, Arsenal will announce the new signing. All that and more is coming up in this podcast. Hit the like button, subscribe to the podcast, and make sure we get this video to 500 likes. For now, let's get into the content. Let's start off with Freddie Paxton. Of course, one of those big writers around the UK when it comes to sports content and transfer news. Has written with the Sports Witness and a couple of other sources. He has just confirmed that Deco, the agent to Raphinha, is in London, and talks are still ongoing between Leeds United and Arsenal Football Club. Deco is now in London to make sure that a deal goes through. According to Freddie Paxton, Arsenal's technical director, has held talks with the board and representatives of Leeds United, as well as the representatives of Raphinha. There is a very huge feeling now that a deal will get done, probably not on the next hours, but in the next days. So, Deco is now in London to talk to Arsenal, to talk to Leeds United as well, to make sure that the deal gets over the line. You will understand, like I reported a couple of days ago, that the same Deco, the same agent to Raphinha, has an agreement with Barcelona on personal terms since February. However, the fact that Barcelona will not be able to pay 60 million euros plus add-ons has actually deterred them from this deal, and now Deco and the representatives of Leeds United with Deco are trying to find another agreement with another club for Deco this summer. Fabio Romano as well has been speaking around the situation, the contract situation of Raphinha, and also the transfer move to Arsenal on the Here We Go podcast tonight. And one of the things he actually pointed out, first and foremost, he said Arsenal are in direct talks with Leeds United. The board of Arsenal and the board of Leeds United have both been in direct talks, together to discuss Raphinha. At the moment, there is no direct bid. There is no bid made by Arsenal or any other club to sign Raphinha. Leeds United have told Arsenal that it will take 60 million euros. That is 55 million euros plus 15 million euros, actually 65 to 75 million euros to get the deal done, according to Fabio Romano. So Arsenal, if they're going to sign the player, they will need a lot of financial minerals and financial resources to get the deal over the line. Romano has also said that a couple of other clubs are interested in the player. He's pointed out talks between Chelsea, Tottenham Hotspur, and FC Barcelona. All these clubs are interested in Raphinha this summer. However, it looks like none of them have actually put in a bid for the player. So that is also confirmed by Fabio Romano. Talks ongoing between us and Leeds United. There is interest from Tottenham Hotspur, Chelsea, and Barcelona. None of those clubs have actually thought about bidding for the player. However, Romano said something very interesting today on the podcast. He said, when I read around 40 million euros from Barcelona to sign Raphinha, the answer I'm receiving is impossible. Leeds will never accept that fee. They want more than this. What I'm told is that the expectation for the final price is going to be 65 to 75 million euros. That is Fabio Romano on the Here We Go podcast, confirming that Barcelona's valuation of the player is around 40 million euros, but Leeds United are not anywhere close to accepting that. They want almost double the amount Barcelona have in stock. They want 65 to 75 million euros. So Romano literally has told us that, Barca are out of the race. I mean, numerically and statistically, they are not out of it. They can upgrade their bid, anytime from now. They can just get the bid up. But my understanding of the situation, according to a couple of reports, reports and sources that we will discuss in this video, is first and foremost, Barcelona's financial situation has not gotten any better until now. They've not found an agreement for Frenkie de Jong between them and Manchester United, and despite the fact that even when they sell Frenkie de Jong, they need to find a replacement, probably in Bernardo Silva. It means the money they will get in Frenkie de Jong, they'll have to spend that money hugely on a huge, on huge incomings, including a 50 million euro, price tag for Robert Lewandowski, and around 60 million euros for Bernardo Silva. So putting that into consideration, I still think Arsenal are in the driving seat for this deal. I still think Arsenal will get this one done because the competition we are having, Chelsea are much interested in Ousmane Dembele, and that is why Barcelona have been very, very keen on getting Raphinha, because they feel Ousmane Dembele will not sign with them. So if Dembele moves on, and then Frenkie de Jong moves on, that is the only window that Barca have. But if they don't get those deals done, if they don't get those players out, then there is a feeling that much of the deal will be in Arsenal's favor. Now, still talking about Raphinha, again today we have had a very big announcement from the Times. Gabriel Jesus has just confirmed that Arsenal are preparing their initial bid for Raphinha, and that is 50 million pounds. What you have to understand, just like I reported from Fabio Romano, 50 million pounds is way below the valuation of Leeds United. 50 million pounds is still 5 million euros off, off of the guaranteed fees that Leeds United want, and it is still 15 million euros off of the add-ons that is being wanted by Leeds United. So the 50 million euro bid that Arsenal are preparing is less. I think it's less by 15 million euros or 20 million euros. However, it is believed that Arsenal will keep on pushing and pushing and pushing. That is according to Romano. Arsenal will keep on pushing and pushing and pushing for the player to see if they can get a deal done. Charles Watts as well, Goal.com has reported around this situation. And for them, Goal.com, I think with Charles, it's more of playing a little bit safer rather than hanging themselves to dry. They've said Arsenal will try to get the deal done. It is expected that they can't get it done if Barcelona do not rekindle their interest. So according to Goal.com, there are a couple of clubs that are interested as well, but for them they report that Raphinha is still interested in Barcelona. That is very, very contrary to what was reported earlier by Goal Brazil, because this is Goal.com in the UK. But Goal Brazil reported that Raphinha has lost interest in Barcelona and is not willing to wait for them. He will need to get out to another club as soon as possible, and he needs to get his transfer as quickly as he can. So Goal.com reporting that if Barcelona do not come back for the player, then Arsenal will sign him. But if Barca come back for the player, then Arsenal have few chances of getting the deal done. Lots of content around that, guys. Lots of things to go. You have an initial bid that has been reported by the Times, Gabriel Jesus, confirming that Arsenal are preparing their first initial bid to be around 50 million euros. You have Fabrizio Romano confirming that direct talks are ongoing, and we also have Arsenal pushing and pushing and pushing, and we also have Freddie Paxton confirming that Deco is in London to get the two clubs to find an agreement. Will Arsenal find an agreement? That is one of the hardest questions now to answer, because Raphinha is highly wanted on the European market. Even if Arsenal don't sign him, I don't see how he stays at Leeds. He can't go to Tottenham, he can't go to Chelsea, and he can also go to Barcelona if they find the money. Can we find an agreement? Yes, we can. But is Arsenal really going to pay 65, 75 million euros for Raphinha? that will depend on the degree, at which Mikel Arteta and Edu want to seal the deal. Now, of course, moving on to what is happening around the club next, Arsenal are about to confirm the signing of Fabio Vieira in the next 48 hours. Actually, Charles Watts and Goal.com have been reporting around this, and they've said yes, it is very, very imminent. They will announce the player in the next 48 hours. We do not know what shirt number is going to be putting on. A couple of shirt numbers are available. In my opinion, it's one player that I would want to see put on a shirt number like 11, but I think he will put on around 35. Gabriel Martinelli could put on shirt 11 next campaign, according to reliable sources. So I think shirt number 35 could be going to Fabio Vieira. But in the next 48 hours, we expect Arsenal to make this official. But you know what? What is funny about this is when you go on the official Premier League website, they have already confirmed Fabio Vieira as an Arsenal signing. Can you believe it? Arsenal have not confirmed Fabio Vieira as one of their midfielders, but the Premier League website lists Fabio Vieira as one of Arsenal's midfielders. It's absolutely crazy. But Go.com and Fabrizio Romano all confirming that in the next 48 hours, Arsenal will be announcing this. Medicals done, like I reported, done on Friday. I don't want to. I've seen a couple of clowns in the comments trying to mislead that the medicals are not done. Medicals are done on Friday, as reported by Fabrizio Romano. 35 million euros plus 5 million euros add-ons will be paid to FC Porto, and also a 5-year deal worth 46k per week will be signed by Fabio Vieira. Done and dusted. Now, Goal.com as well have also reported that we are in critical stages. We are in very, very critical stages for Gabriel Jesus. They have also said, according to Charles Watts, he said the agents of the player flew out of London and now they're back in London to make sure that the deal gets done. Of course, as I reported last week, the agents came to London because it was very, very difficult. The valuation between Manchester City and Arsenal was very, very far apart. So they came in, they tried to get the deal, they tried to get the two clubs clause. They tried to make sure that, we can find an agreement between us and Manchester City. And while they thought Arsenal and City were very, very close to finding an agreement, it looks like the deal is a little bit stalling. So, according to Charles Watts, the deal is in critical stages. This was reported broken by Gianluca Di Marzio, that the deal is entering very, very critical stages, and Arsenal will complete the signing of the Brazilian striker very, very soon. One thing you need to know about this one, it has been reported by Jonathan Smith from Goal.com, reporting Manchester City mainly. He has confirmed that the major departure that will leave Manchester City first this summer is going to be Gabriel Jesus in a deal around 58 million euros. More departures, more high-profile departures actually, will be happening at Manchester City, including the likes of Alexander Zinchenko, and also Bernardo Silva could be out of the door. However, at the moment, the deal is in critical stages. Like I reported earlier today, this week, we expect that one to be announced as a done deal. And also, we expect a huge announcement and development in Raphinha's deal, Lisandro Martinez, and we will also know what Yuri Tillemans is all about this week. So, I'm going to keep you updated. It's going to be a lot of talk around these situations, but some of these deals, I do have a feeling that although Arsenal is stalling, they are already done. Hit the like button for me. Subscribe to the podcast. That is it from me this evening as I update you with whatever is going on around Arsenal Football Club. Make sure you follow me on all my socials: TikTok, Cossy 111, Twitter, Cossy Arsenal, and of course you'll find me on Facebook. The page is Cossy's Arsenal Podcast. You'll also find me on Instagram at Cossy_19. Have a blessed evening.